Hello and welcome back to Assetto Corsa Competizione. Should I be saying welcome back or welcome? Because this is the first time in... since the beta, I guess, of Assetto Corsa Competizione that I have played this title. I've heard lots of good things about it. A few people have told me that I should try this, get back into it. I've seen a few people that I have on Steam, other modders from Assetto Corsa, people like that playing this quite a bit, other people off GT Planet and Race Department playing this title. So I thought, you know what, let me have a look at it. Let me see what this title has become. And already I've noticed a lot of differences just in the way things are set up, the way the cars are, the amount of cars that there are, the way things are set up in terms of the options that are available, the way you can customize your character and all of those kind of things. So there is a lot of changes, but in this video all I'm really intending to do is just drive. I'm at Silverstone. I believe that the lap record around here is a 1 minute 56. I'm not going to be getting a 1 minute 56 though. If I do manage to get a 2 minutes lap, then I think that would be okay for my first time back in this title. I'm picking the McLaren 720S GT3 car with this lovely McLaren, I think this was the McLaren competition something livery or something like that. I vaguely remember a competition some time ago. But let's see what this brings up. So yeah, let's hit drive and get started. Right, so this is telling me focus on learning the track, find reference points for braking, turning, and 2-3 medals to unlock consistency racing. So let's see, that is all completely new. Ignition and all of this stuff is completely new as well. So this is all a very new thing to me. But let's go into the gears properly. Yep, okay. Okay, let's see what happens. Lap invalidated. I do not believe my lap has started. So let's see what this car's like to drive. Now, obviously I've heard lots of great things about this title, particularly how realistic it is and all of that kind of stuff. But I hit the clutch by mistake. Cut detected. I don't think that was so much a cut as a... I like the fact that you can start the engine up again. That's pretty cool. Okay. First lap, first corner, not great. But let's see what I can do. I am in a hot slap mode. As I said, I've heard a lot of good things about this title now. So this is telling me find a comfortable pace, stay in control of your car, and drive 2 clean laps. I saw a little thing that's come up saying I'm going too slow. Track medals 1 of 3 for track competence. Well, let's see what happens. I have no idea. I do remember right at the beginning I used to have a lot of trouble getting a lot of data up on the screen, but already I can see that the handling of this car is very different to what it used to be. There is a lot of differences over here from what the handling used to be like. The brakes feel more alive, the tyres feel more alive, everything just feels a bit more, I don't know, there's just a lot more to this car, it seems. I'm not used to whatever pace I need to be hitting on this, so I'll figure that out at some point. You can just see car going out of control, sliding around a little bit more. I mean, it does feel very different, and there's a lot of one thing I am going to say is that maybe I haven't tuned this force feedback correctly, but I think the force feedback in the Assetto Corsa, the standard Assetto Corsa, not Competizione, is a lot better than this. But that being said, I think the feeling of the car I think the feeling of the car is very interesting. Very, very interesting. Again, a lot of people probably know all of this, but I'm coming into this and seeing that I can change my display on my instrument cluster. I think that's awesome to be able to do that. All these little bits and bobs that have changed. A much better performance out of this. Apparently that guy's gone. Who was that? Was that my practice lap I did before I started recording? It might have been. Yes, I was. It looks like my practice lap was far better than this. Oh, that was, yeah, that looks like my practice lap from before. Just to make sure everything was working correctly. Everything feels a lot smoother than it used to, and I can definitely feel force feedback. I think that perhaps I've messed up on the force feedback a little bit, not having really dialed it in, which is of course something that needs to be done, no matter what title you're playing. Ah, that was very close. I thought that was on track, I'll be honest. Okay, just learning how this title is very different, of course, from Assetto Corsa. This is more specific. This is GT racing and only GT racing. I haven't bought any of the DLC or anything like that at this point in time anyway. Thought there's no point in me buying all the DLC if I'm not going to be able to come back to this title to play. So until I can come back to the title to play, I'm not going to be doing that. But once I can, once I've figured this out and think, yep, I can make a series out of this, or I have time to play this, then certainly I will be coming back to it, and I will probably purchase all the DLC, particularly the British DLC, because you get places like Donington and Alton Park and Snetterton and all of that, and I am looking forward to seeing those and playing on those, particularly, you know, in fact I was going to say particularly one or the other. Now all three of them really are quite fantastic tracks. I've done Donington plenty of times, I've raced there plenty of times, obviously I've done Silverstone a number of times. I've only ever done Alton Park once, I think, and I've never ever done Snetterton, despite the fact that I know the tracks and I know how they are, but I've never actually done them. And let's see if I can stay on track this time. That's going to hit the curb. That lost me some time. Currently I'm on a 206, so let's see how I can improve on this. Force feedback is fairly heavy at the moment, I think, which is fine, but I'm missing some. I feel like I am definitely missing something on this force feedback at this point in time. So I'm going to I'll have to work on that. But in terms of physics, this feels so much better than I was used to, and there's so much more for me to do and for me to be looking at. Not just more tracks, but I was looking around at the cars at the start and I thought, wow, that is a lot of vehicles, plus there's all those DLC cars. So okay, that is a lot that I could be looking at and doing. Right, so currently at 2 minutes 5, which is terrible. So 2 minutes 5 is actually terrible. So I need to start figuring out where I can speed up, as I'm now getting used to the track and used to the car a little bit, and used to how it's driving in this sim, which is different again to what I'm used to. I think that the GT cars feel quite different in here than the Assetto Corsa, but I cannot really... I think it might just be because of the additional depth to the cars, nothing more. So I think it's that depth that's causing me issues, that I need to really start looking at that depth and understanding, like, there's a lot more in terms of tyre management, and there's a lot more in terms of the brakes and all of that kind of stuff. So yes, definitely a different type of sim to what I'm used to playing, and a different way of lapping. But I have to admit that in a way it feels a little bit like I'm playing a hybrid of Assetto Corsa and R Factor. I know that sounds strange, but that is the sort of feeling I'm getting here. This is part Assetto Corsa, part R Factor 2. It's just that sort of feeling. Obviously the setup as well on this, the things you can do to set up cars is insane. There is so much that can be done, as opposed to, you know, what I've seen before. And I think one of the biggest differences here is aerodynamics. I think there's a lot with regards to aerodynamics in this sim, as opposed to what there was before. That wasn't that fast, to be fair. 205, still not that fast. I have to figure this complex out though. Maggotts Beckett's Chapel. That is where a lot of time is gained or lost on this track. Saying 204 at the moment. And obviously I'm not going that fast in a number of these corners. I'm still just trying to work out what is what, and until I can work out what's what and really start getting a feel for the car, going incredibly quickly is not going to be the smartest thing to be doing all the time. But as I said, I want to aim at the 2-minute mark. I'm not sure I'm going to get it, but certainly if I am able to get a little bit closer, that would be nice. I'm actually very much liking this. It's good. This is really good. It feels quite immersive as well. Like there's a lot of different noises, and that's quite a key thing, I think, in a sim. Not just visuals, the sounds, to give you the feelings and give you that understanding of what the car's doing. This sim does have it. Okay. What are we looking now? 2037. That's pretty good. Definitely picking up the pace now. Slowly but surely picking up the pace, which is nice. Oh dear. Okay, in terms of physics, spinning around and stuff, that's quite interesting. Maps. What's all these maps? What have I got here? That's traction control. So I've got traction control pretty low. I've got maps pretty low. That's brake bias. Let's see what happens if I bring that engine map up. What will that do? I don't know if that's just fuel flow and things like that for this. So I'll bring it up to 10, 12 and see what happens. So currently I've got 2 medals out of 3. I'm not sure what the other medal's going to be. I have no idea. At the moment it's telling me drive 0 or 4 clean laps. Obviously I've got 3 clean laps in. Does this feel like I'm running more power? That's the other thing, changing engine maps. I'm not sure if I'm running... I think I might be. I think there's a lot more power at this map. I really like the data that's available though. I think I should be closer to the screen, to be fair. I might change my field of view, but yeah, I think I need to change my field of view just a little. Let's see what kind of lap time we head towards now. Okay, so somehow I managed to get a better... Almost lost the car there. Somehow I managed to get a better entrance and exit through the Beckett's and Chapel part on that other lap that I did, the 2 minutes 3. I think that I think I can do far better than that though. Far better, I think. Currently about a second behind what my previous lap was, that is. There is the braking is also very different. It doesn't feel quite as consistent. It's as though, and I think I do like this, is as you change your lines, there is a difference in the braking, and it's a lot more pronounced than perhaps I would have thought it to be. So I'm not sure what kind of pace. How do I haven't yet figured out how to compare my times to other people's. If that is even a thing that you can do. I'm not even 100% sure you can do that. It would be nice if you could. If that's something, maybe something that if it isn't in this sim, that would be really nice to have. Similar to how you do the comparisons on RSR timing for Assetto Corsa. That would be an awesome thing to have, I think, personally. Because I just feel like that would help people perhaps get better at this for people who maybe are not quite as maybe do not play it quite as often or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I'm just making things up, some suggestions. I didn't find any way of checking, so that is why I'm saying that. Maybe there is, and I'm just stupid and not finding it. So at the moment, it looks like my pace is around the 2 minutes 4. That seems to be my pace, which is not good. But I feel like obviously I can improve. There's setup changes that can be made. There's a lot of things that can be done differently to improve the pace. And that will be something that is something I will be exploring at some point. Trying to work out, well, how am I going to improve my pace further and further. Going 0.2 of a second behind my last one, which is pretty good. This bit of sliding there that I wasn't expecting, so you can see that there is time in that corner that I can certainly make up a lot of. So the Brooklyn section, Luffield, Brooklands, that area, I have time. So and it's just a matter of getting all the different areas hooked up together, understanding where the car can go and do what. And I do think that this is a sim I will be doing a lot with. I have a feeling I will be doing a lot with this sim. So okay, I messed that entrance up into Beckett's. Because it does seem interesting, and I'd like to try the different cars. I might actually start a series in which I start looking at all the various cars and just try to first determine which one I prefer the most, and take a look at all the various tracks, similar to how I used to when I first did Assetto Corsa, where we were looking at different cars, different tracks, all the mods. So I might end up doing that. That was, I think, just on the limits of what is allowed. Just trying to get the best angles and lines in through this. I do not think I did a good job there. That was a pretty bad job. Now what I want to see, and I'm going to check this, is I'm going to see if is there a way to like access your telemetry data? Because if there is, that would be awesome. To learn where you can improve and where you are faster on one lap and slower on another and things like that. That would be really, really cool. So for example, I could probably go on the throttle a fraction of a second faster through there. That is a better exit out of Chapel. Oh, I think I've got all of my... Okay, fine. Now it's saying maintain a minimum speed. So there's a lot of things going on for this consistency and everything. There's a yellow sector. I guess this is how it teaches you how to be quick. It says drive carefully, drive consistent laps, maintain a minimum speed. I mean, I guess that is how they train you to speed up, and that is cool because it's giving you that. In that sense, it feels a bit like is it iRacing's the ratings, or whatever they call them, and I feel like that is the kind of thing that it's looking for here. Oops. So you've got parts that it says impressive, other parts that it's probably going to tell me. What does that say? Too slow? So I'll know where I'm too slow, I'll know where I'm impressive, according to... That was a very understeery car there. So we've got very good, we've got... So I've had a very good, I've probably had an okay, and I've had a too slow. Do 4 more laps. Alright. I want to see what we get. I'll do 4 more laps and then I'll probably call it a video. Well, I mean, this whole thing's a video, so I'll say that's it, that's the end. It's this part that I really need to work on, the entrance and exit. Okay, I had a perfect, so that's pretty interesting. Get some very goods as well. That was really nice, that going through that through the final corner. I said final corner. Going through the final corner, that would be the final. Ah, that's an invalid lap right there. That's a shame. In terms of consistency, I think I'm getting there with the lap time that I've got, which is not a fast lap time, which is between the 203 and 204s, but there's an option for me to get a little bit more speed. That looks a little bit more promising. If I didn't have that slight snap of oversteer. Do 3 more laps. Shouldn't have slowed down quite as much as I did. I do like this driver training kind of thing. I can see myself doing a lot of that to try and figure out where I can gain time and trying to get all the consistency ratings and whatever it is. Because I think that also is what allows you to play online, if I understand correctly. Like, there's things can be locked by rating. So I think that is important. And that was not quite the line I was after. I think I can brake just a little later for that. But I am finding this very nice. I'm glad I've decided to come back to this today, actually. I really should have done this a long time ago, but there you go. I suppose when you get really busy, you do not look at it and think, okay, I doubt I can get any more consistent than what I've just done. That was probably as consistent as I could get. So I can feel the understeer in this car as I go through corners as well, very nicely. And I think it's also a matter of getting used to the force feedback, which is obviously, as I've mentioned, is different to what I know. So it wants 2 more laps from me. That was bad. Too late on the brakes and just understeered all the way through that, carrying just way too much speed. I can feel the traction control on the car as well, even though it's very little traction control, I can certainly feel it. So that's pretty cool. It's a very obvious feeling, you know when it's kicking in. No, that was bad. So again, got to work on the loop area. What would happen if I switch traction control off? How do I switch traction control off? It's very late for that corner. I can make up time if I keep things a little bit closer in. That's fair enough. And just going to do one more lap for this video. Interesting. That was apparently impressive, so okay, system isn't quite perfect, but still. Somehow I managed to gain time there, though I felt like I was slower. Nope, I'm slower on exit, so at this point in time I am just even on where I was before. Again, just a bit too late on the brakes. I think I'm just overdriving the car a bit now. Overdriving the car, trying to see where I can pick up lap time, and that was not it. Although there I managed to pick up some lap time. And there I managed to lose a lot of it again. Still, could be worse. Could be in the 2-minute 20s, for example. I think this should be my final lap now. So, sticking on that tight line obviously makes it easier to gain time through the corner, but looks like it evens out with the amount I lose. Right. Now it's telling me to drive on the limit. Okay. I'm kind of curious about this, but I am going to end this video today. Right now, I was going to say, I'm going to end this video right now. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Assetto Corsa or Assetto Corsa Competizione if I start coming back to this. Leave a comment in the comments box below. How much have you guys been driving this sim? And what do you think of it? Are there things that you like about it or do not like in particular? For something for me to explore, you know, I want to see what is and is not quite there yet in the sim. As I said, this is my first video, first time back in the sim, so I want to see what there is available. Also, if you can do so, you can support me on Patreon at www.patreon.com/ECGadget. Your supports would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. And also, you can find me on social media at ECGadget LP for both Twitter and Instagram. That is all from me, and I will see you next time in Assetto Corsa. I guess I'll just finish off this one lap. You can see that I'm getting better. This is okay but messy. I do like the way that it tells me things. Fine, okay but messy, perfect. That's pretty good. And yet somehow I'm a second down still. I suppose it just shows driving aggressively is not always the fastest way. There we go. Yes, anyway, that is all from me, and I will see you next time in Assetto Corsa or Assetto Corsa Competizione or some sort of driving sim. Let's see where exactly we end up.